Chest wounds can be really tricky to bandage. They do tend to slip, and the dogs are very wriggly, as you'll all be aware, so it is quite hard to keep the bandage on. The best thing to do is to try and anchor the bandage around the front legs in what we call a figure of 8 dressing. If you have a problem here, a cut here, a wound here that you need to put a dressing on, with some of these wounds, if they're not bleeding and there's not a huge risk of contamination, I actually would leave these open until you get to the vets. But if you had to put a dressing on, this is how I would do it. Place your dressing. With your vet wrap, you're going to just hold that in place initially by just wrapping the bandage all the way around the animal. Again, making sure it's not too tight. At the end, we're going to check that it's not too tight by just making sure we can put our fingers underneath each end of the dressing. Then I would start to try and bandage underneath that armpit and then come in front of the other leg. This is where your figure of 8 comes in. So we're going in front of this leg, back over here, and then under again. Unravel, place. And this time we're going to go in front of the other leg. So on the other side here, just going to go in front of this leg. Underneath. If the dog is very uncomfortable or in pain, or you're worried about any other injuries, you don't want to be moving them too much, and just place the dressing on as it is, as I've done here. You're going to make sure everywhere where you've got your bandage, you can just pop your finger underneath just to make sure it's not too tight. And over the chest, we want to make sure that they're able to breathe okay. So if they were in any kind of respiratory distress, panting, heaving, then you wouldn't want to be placing a bandage around their chest. But as I say, if you just want to prevent bleeding, try and stem the blood flow, then this would be the way to pop that bandage on.